Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I'm Diva Refira Fayza, and on this video I'd like to explain about the constituency and phrase structure rules or tree diagram in English language. So the first one, we're going to talk about the constituent and constituency or syntactic classes. Constituent is the natural grouping of a sentence. Every sentence in the language associated with one or more constituent structures. The constituent structure may be graphically represented as a tree structure. For instance, in the sentence, the girl buys the shoes, the natural groupings or constituent for the sentence is the subject, the girl, the predicate buys the shoes, and the direct object, the shoes. And the unnatural division of the sentence might be by the and shoes, which is not the constituent or the natural grouping of the sentence. So that's about the constituent and constituency. The next one is about phrase structure rules. Phrase structures rules specify the structures of a language precisely and concisely. They express the regularities of the language, such as the head complement order and other relationships. The relationship between phrase structure rules and phrase structure trees are the phrases or sentences can be represented by trees, and those trees can be specified by phrase structure rules. So here are the phrase structure rules that define some of the phrase structure trees of English. So the first one, we have sentence that may consist of the phrase structure rules of a sentence may consist of noun phrase, auxiliary, and verb phrase. And for the noun phrase may consist of determiner and noun and optional prepositional phrase. For the verb phrase may consist of verb and also followed by optionally by a noun phrase and or a prepositional phrase. And for the prepositional phrase may consist of preposition and noun phrase. And the last one is adjective phrase may consist of adjective and optional prepositional phrase. So that's about the phrase structure rules that we have in the English language. Next is about binary opposition. Binary opposition is a relation between the members of a pair of linguistic items as a pair of distinctive features such that one is the absence of the other and opposite in meaning. For instance, the contrast between on and off, up and down, left and right, and so on. Next, the last one, we're going to talk about the tree diagram analysis. A tree diagram with syntactic category information is called a phrase structure tree, sometimes called a constituent structure tree. For example, in the sentence, the girl bought the shoes may be represented by these phrase structure trees. So I have the phrase structure trees for the sentence here, that we can see the sentence that divided into three: noun phrase, auxiliary, and verb phrase. The noun phrase, the girl, auxiliary, and verb phrase, bought the shoes. And for the noun phrase, we can divide it into two parts: determiner the and noun girl, and then auxiliary. And then for the verb phrase, we can divide it into two: verb bought that also indicates the past tense for the auxiliary, and then the noun phrase, the shoes. And the last one, the noun phrase, we can divide it into two: determiner the and the noun shoes. So we can see that the syntactic categories of each word appear above it. The syntactic categories, like in this way, like the is shown to be a determiner, the girl is shown to be the noun, and so on. So words occur in trees under labels that correspond to their syntactic category. So I think that's all that I can explain about the constituency and phrase structure rules or tree diagram in English language. And I'm sorry if there are any mistakes in this video, and thanks for watching. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.